what about the outcomes and thereafter? Say Joe Joyce loses, is it over for him? Say Joe Joyce wins, is there a trilogy?
If he wins, then he is the WBO interim champion. He's the mandatory, and early next year those mandatories are going to be called. Now the next mandatory will be the IBF. The one after that will be the WBO. So next year, the winner of this fight will fight for the title. Would there be a trilogy? It wouldn't happen, I don't believe, straight away. But I can see room for a trilogy, because if Joe wins it, I'm sure that he'll want to sit on that title and eventually meet whoever's going to be the WBO champion.
Right, and if he loses...
And the IBF, actually, the mandatory for that is Filip Hrgović.
Correct.
Right.
That's right.
What if he loses, Frank?
If he loses, it depends how you lose. I mean, look, he's a quality fighter. It's not the end of the world for guys getting beat. They come back, but his age, being the age he's at, he's 38, and that's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
And what will happen is that if it were to be the case, then he's got to work his way back into contention. I think he can do that. There's some good fights to be made out there. There's a great return match with him and Daniel Dubois to be made. So there's lots of different fights that can be made.
Do you think he goes on, even if he loses, and we hope he doesn't, but if he does?
I think he goes on. It depends what guys he goes on in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the difficulty is to keep him, once he's at the top table, you want to keep him there, which is the main reason, I suspect, why he's taken this rematch. And I was going to ask, Frank, did you like this rematch for him? Because most people, not most people, but a lot of people, their immediate reaction was, maybe avoid this one again. But you always were for it, or did you say to him, maybe we rebuild a different way?
I see the rationale behind saying avoid it, because, why don't you go for an easier job? Having said that, if he did that, then he's not in a position to fight as a mandatory. So for me, I think it's one of those where I'm not going to use the word, but it's something or bust, and that's what it's going to be. And that's why this fight is going to be a good fight the weekend. These guys are both coming to fight. They know what's on the table.
So where is it? Is it Wembley Arena? Oh, it's Saturday night, and it's live in talkSPORT.